Hey everyone, I'm MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about Captain America: Brave New World. This is going to be the first MCU movie coming out in 2025 for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And this is a movie that was announced after the Falcon and the Winter Soldier Season 1. We got the directors and writers and actors attached. And then after that, we started hearing some very, very bad things. Basically, long story short, for those of you guys who've been living under a rock, the movie has went through constant reshoots, constant rewrites. There was a single point where one of the versions that existed of the movie got completely overhauled. And then they went and did another version of the movie, reshot more scenes, started from scratch again, test screenings that have failed. The common sentiment of these test screenings is that the movie is just boring. Not even that it's just bad, it's just boring. So that could be just as bad as it, a movie being bad as well. So this movie has a budget that ballooned from reportedly $250 million to, let's say, about almost $400 million, which is not good. Because as you guys know, the way we talk about movie math here, because we know what the best, we're fucking geniuses here. If your movie is $400 million for a budget, not including the marketing, this movie has to make essentially what like Barbie did at the box office for it to be profitable. Unless it does that, then you're screwed. No studio wants to break even. No way Marvel put in this amount of money for it to break even. If you say to me, hey, you know what? I want to make a business venture with you, and we're going to break even when it's over. Yeah, we're not doing business. Because you gained nothing out of doing it. That would just be stupid. So Captain America Brave New World, box office projections have officially come in. And it's looking rather interesting, let's say. But it does depend on a lot of different factors.
Let's just
go over it.
Or do we not think Anthony Mackie is going to steal the box office?
Because he's black?
Yes. that was the joke. Thank you, MSK.
I'm glad. Hey, that's why they call me the Big Daddy here. No? All right. So, Captain America: Brave New World, early box office tracking to top Valentine's Day weekend with $80 million plus debut. Early box office tracking for Captain America: Brave New World indicate a debut domestic opening ranging between $81 to $107 million. The report from Box Office Theory also places the Marvel Cinematic Universe's total box office haul at a range of $195 to $280 million. These numbers are fairly standard among previous Captain America films, with the notable exception of Captain America: Civil War. According to Box Office Mojo, the first Captain America film opened on the lower end at $65 million, while Captain America: The Winter Soldier debuted at $95 million domestic weekend gross. Captain America: Civil War broke this trend with a massive $179 million domestic opening. But is it worth noting that this installment in the franchise had the star power of the entire Avengers cast, as well as the first MCU appearances of Black Panther and Spider-Man? See, this is what they're doing right there. They're giving this movie excuses already. The reason why it might potentially fail is because it didn't have all this other added shit into it. But then again, that's what these guys do. As such, Captain America: Brave New World may not measure up to the heights of the Captain America franchise. It won't. But it will
not
probably,
Captain America.
Yeah, you have a Captain America movie without Captain America. Crazy thing, right? But it will probably be a median performer in terms of its domestic opening. I don't know about that. MCU movies domestically have been doing pretty meh at the end of the day. Aside from its comparison to other MCU films, Captain America: Brave New World is likely to outperform its primary competition for its opening weekend. Yeah, I would hope that it.
Oh shit!
I hope it would. Oh, they're making a Paddington 3? I never even saw the first one or other one, so.
There was a
I've heard
second
those
one?
movies are actually pretty good. Like most people who've seen them are like, there's actually good movies. I mean, I've never watched them, but I've heard
Wasn't-
decent things about them.
Wasn't there a
They're
scene
not for
in
me,
the
but-
Pursuit of no, they the Amazing Life of the Nicolas Cage movie with Pedro Pascal. Wasn't there an
Yes.
entire scene in that where they watched Paddington and revealed that Paddington 2 is the
And
greatest movie
an
ever made?
unbearable weight
Dude,
of massive
Paddington
talent.
2 is based.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Okay. The latter film is projected to earn between $16 to $25 million during its first 3 days in theaters, meaning the former will likely claim the top box office slot that weekend. But this is the thing that a lot of people need to understand. When it comes to a big blockbuster like this, all of this depends on how much money it takes in for a front load haul. It has to take in at least $200 million opening weekend to have even a shot at doing somewhat okay at the box office. Also, word of mouth really is going to be the driving factor of this movie. If the word of mouth is extremely bad, week 2 is where it really matters. It's over. It's just
right.
done, honestly.
I'm gonna have to disagree a little bit here. It could do 80. It could do 60 million.
Disagreement. I don't allow that here.
It
What
could
the
do
fuck?
60 million. It could do 60
hell?
million this first weekend. But like you said, if word of mouth is good, that 60 is gonna fucking explode.
Good.
Look
yeah.
at Guardians.
Yeah.
Guardians didn't do that great its first week. And but people told me, hey, look, it's a good movie. Go see it. And what happened?
Yeah.
It's going to explode if it's a good movie. If it's a shit
Yeah,
movie,
I can
it
tell
do
you
100
just
million
from
the first weekend, and it's gonna bomb.
just from what I know from kind of like more behind the scenes, like I know people who've already seen the Thunderbolts and they've also seen this. They'll tell me about the Thunderbolts and they'll say the Thunderbolts is actually fun. It's a decent movie. And that comes out in what, about 4 months from now? And they're
Yeah,
like, that
yeah.
one's actually going to be fun. It's decent. And then they don't talk about this one. No one fucking talks about this one. And some people have seen it and not one good word of mouth has already came out from the people who've already seen it. But they're talking
Oh.
about the movie that's coming out in 4 months. They'll talk about that one. But they
Al-
don't talk about
also-
this one because they're like that's how bad it is. So it's
Also,
not going to get good word of mouth. It's already
Keep in mind,
on the downslide. Like it's
this
just not gonna happen.
movie, closer to when it comes out, I want people to understand when it comes to big blockbuster movies that you think might not get that much money at the box office opening weekend, or the reviews might be very bad, or word of mouth might be really bad, check the review embargo. So if the review embargo lifts like Thursday, you know they had no confidence in this movie. They're going to want to try and tell the critics, hey, don't release your review embargo until Thursday. Usually, if a movie's very, very bad, the studios will lift that review embargo the day before the movie drops for everyone.
And hey, in an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 14 minutes, we will be a month from the release of this movie.
Woo.
1 month.
And hey, it's Valentine's Day, so I might get like my hot lady friends that I know, and we might just go have some good time at the movie theaters. You know, she'll
I
probably
know.
blow me when I'm watching this movie because it's Black History.
Well, it's not like
Month.
anyone's gonna catch you doing it anyway. That theater's gonna be dead empty.
Oh, that's
I
true.
know very few women who will go see this movie opening weekend. Well, my huge group of nerd friends, very
Mhm.
few will actually go see it. They'll
Even
have an
fewer
issue with their
with
man
MSK.
going to see it.
Oh
Excuse me.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing
This
is, you
is
know,
one of those.
when-
The only reason I'm seeing it is because I got that movie pass. The movie pass it lets me
Yeah.
see 3 movies a week, and I see them every week just because I'm one of those people who wants to support theaters and stuff still. But it's like I'm still doing it at like the cheapest cost possible. That's the only reason I'm seeing it. That and I do this stuff now. I'm on here and I'm able to talk to people about it. If it wasn't for this, I would wait for streaming 100%.
yeah, I just want to say, when I'm in the theater and the girl's pulling down my pants, trying to suck on my fat 9-inch BBC, that'll probably be the movie for me. You know, I can't fight her. She just tries to blow me every single time it happens. You know, she loves big old caca on Valentine's Day, especially the BBC ones that I have, like myself. All right. Captain America Brave New World's early box office numbers indicate that the film will have a modestly successful opening weekend, week 1.
I know
Week
that's a
1.
good thing. Like the movie's gonna be such a disappointment. She turns to you as Sanctuary, man. That movie's gonna fucking bomb. Jesus Christ.
That's the thing is, all the people that are gassing up this movie, I'm gonna think it's good or bad, hypothetically, right? Week 2 is where it matters because if the drop off in this movie is anywhere in the 70 to 80%, that's not it. It's
Wait,
over. That's the actual
Didn't
number.
Guardians drop off 70%?
62,
It's
65. somewhere in
okay
there.
to me. Okay, that's not that
And then
far off
word of
from
mouth
70%.
saved it.
But after a huge drop off, it climbed back up.
That's because of word of mouth. That was because of word of mouth specifically.
I think the third week will be what tells for this movie because there's be word of mouth. I don't think many people are going to go plan to see the first weekend. And if it is a good movie, changing your plans the next weekend nowadays isn't as easy as it used to be 20 years ago. So I think the third week will be its make or break. Like that will be its determining factor that weekend because you'll have 2 weeks to decide to go see it if people hear it's good.
The latest MCU film will likely not reach the heights of Deadpool and Wolverine. No shit. Yeah. Who could have thunk of that? Which had an opening weekend of $211 million. But it will likely land in the range of previous Captain America films. Moreover, it is projected to avoid underperforming during its debut weekend, as the Marvels did, with its opening domestic gross of $46 million. Holy fucking shit, dude. Man, what an epic fail that was. However, another consideration is Captain America Brave New World's overall projected domestic gross.
Sorry, what does that matter? Why are you comparing Captain America films to this movie?
They're referring
You're
to
acting
the
like
box
they're the same
office.
character. I know, but why are you comparing the box
Okay.
office of Captain America films to a
Because it still
non-Captain
has the same
America
name.
film?
People might be confused and still go see it.
They might just go only
I
because
don't
it has
think
the
so.
same name. To be fair, people gotta understand the reason why they can't apply this logic is because you can see the trailers and know that he's not the white Captain America.
Wait,
it's not like you're blind.
To touch on what Sci-Fax said, I get where he's coming from. Star Wars fucked
People
that up.
are that dumb. People are that dumb, though.
I would agree, but Star Wars proved that opposite. That people are like, oh, it's Star Wars, go see it, but now they're like, wait, this isn't Star Wars, so they're not watching it.
This would only have worked. It would only have worked if the MCU was in good standing. That's why Captain Marvel made so much money, is because they profited off of the Marvel brand, but now nothing Marvel is making any money.
However, another consideration is Captain America's Brave New World's overall projected gross. Captain America: The First Avenger made $176 million. Captain America: Winter Soldier made $259 million, while Captain America: Civil War made $408 million, all domestically. That's insane. That's crazy. It is unrealistic to expect that Captain America: Brave New World will do Captain America: Civil War numbers, but otherwise, the film is tracking to be on par with the rest of the franchise. Okay.
Two reasons why. One, the big cast. Two, it was in the middle of a story people were invested in. They were invested in the whole
9 years at the point.
Infinity Saga. People, that's why they made those numbers. It doesn't have to be that. Oh, there's so many
logic
people.
Wasn't even applied to Winter Soldier. People
they
like
Winter
Soldier trailers were very good, but
they could have not done well. They could have not done Captain America: Civil War, make it Captain America something else, and do Avengers: Civil War, and the Captain America 3 movie still would have made a shit ton of money because people were invested in the story. Flat out.
And keep in mind, Winter Soldier grew at the box office as well after that big debut, based off the bet. That movie probably had the best word of mouth of any.
And I hated that movie at first.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I had to watch it. I only watched it a second time. I was like, you know what? This is a good fucking movie.
There is good and bad news with Captain America: Brave New World projections. The positive thing is that Anthony Mackie taking over as Captain America from Chris Evans doesn't appear to be negatively affecting the film's box office tracking. Yet.
If hold on. If that shit, I'll disagree with that on this one point. Because that TV show came out, Anthony Mackie taking over is negatively affecting the box office because of that show. Had that show not come out, people may have been more accepting of Mackie as Captain America.
Come on, Darnell. You got to do better, Darnell. What are you talking about?
I just want to also point out, I'm not even saying what this article is doing is bad. I disagree with some stuff. There's one thing that I need a lot of people to understand. A lot of the trades are going to do exactly what they just did there. You know what? Even if it did kind of well, it's not really going to be a flop. Yes, unless it's literally a profitable product, it's a fail. I'm sorry. It's literally how that works. I'm sorry. I gotta always be that hot, sexy Riz Master, guy with the Lamborghini outside kind of guy. But that's how I do my talking around here. I'm kidding. Alternatively, the film could still be a flop, as it has a reported budget of around $350 million to $375 million. This is before marketing. Big blockbusters usually have marketing budgets of like $80 to $100 million plus. Okay? Whether or not this is a problem will all depend on how Captain America: Brave New World performs overseas. As a domestic haul is not projected to cover the production costs. So keep in mind, everyone is just trying to soften the blow of this movie in terms of its numbers. It literally, just by the budget alone, has to do at least around Doctor Strange numbers. At least. The very minimum. Okay? $1 billion plus is probably where you're getting into that profit range. But then again, we have to know the marketing budget for that. So, yeah, and keep in mind, everyone, I'm not even saying this as far as like, because I'm just a moron, because I'm actually just a really, really insanely in tune genius. I don't want the movie to be bad. I don't ever want to go to a movie, whether we're talking about MCU, DC, or any other franchise when we do this kind of thing. I always want to go and see a good product. I do. But you have to be realistic when it comes to this kind of stuff. The MCU's not been in a good place for a very long time. Deadpool Wolverine, we all, like, essentially me, because I was kind of skeptical, but you guys did. You guys all said it was going to do great. Yeah, the one out of, like, how many? Okay, No Way Home and Guardians 3. Okay, that's 3. The rest of them, did they really make as much? Did they really get the studio enough profit back? Not really. If you look at how much money they actually made, maybe you could debatably say Doctor Strange 2. Okay, I'll even throw in Doctor Strange 3 there. 4 out of 10 ain't good. Let's just point it out there. They also just had their lowest grossing movie just about a year ago, but it's fine. It's fine. We just ignore these things because people are just morons, actually. All right. Closing thoughts on this. Arza, let's start with you. What do you think about Captain African America?
I mean, there's always a chance that it'll do well in the theater section 13, but I heavily doubt it's going to get any kind of real result. Maybe they're going to get a little bit of resurgence given the fact that they're taking full advantage of Black History Month, but I highly doubt it. No couple is going to go and say, you know, we should go see that burnt out franchise in the brand new Captain America movie that doesn't have any of the eye candy Captain America usually has. That's totally going to work great for date nights. So no one's going to go and see this movie on opening day except for lonely incels who Marvel explicitly doesn't want to watch their movies.
Oh,
so
crazy.
I don't have a clue who they expect to watch this. I don't have a clue why they're doing it the way they are. Well, I do. It's because they're incompetent. But still. And then, of course, to make everything worse, everything looks like shit. How do you make the Red Hulk look boring, and how do you make me hate Harrison Ford? I don't have a clue how you can do either of those things. It looks wholly uninteresting, and this movie is going
hate
to fail
Harrison
utterly.
Ford. Have you seen Indy 5? Come on.
Oh,
Yep.
like you think? Like he saw? Do you really believe he approved of that movie? It was a fucking paycheck for a dead franchise.
I
He
watched
didn't
half of
approve
that
this
movie and
movie
quit.
either. Come on.
Quit half of that movie.
He's just taking the paycheck. That's
You know,
all
he
this-
took a nap during every time he wasn't.
Dude,
filming.
they asked him.
Let's
They
be
asked him,
entirely honest.
"Hey, how do you feel about the Red Hulk?" And he was like, "Who the hell is that?" Like,
I
he
don't
doesn't even know the
care.
character that he plays.
Exactly. Harrison Ford is a wonderful guy who, well, okay, he is a
He's a
guy
curmudgeon
who
asshole.
fucking hates everything, especially anything he has to play in that isn't Indiana Jones. So yeah, this movie, it's not going to do anything, and if it's good, fantastic. Mazel tov. I don't fucking know. How do you congratulate black people? But it's not
You give
going
them
to
crack?
be good.
You give him the food
You know
stamp card?
that is. You know how? Do you know how you make it successful? Come in and you get a free fruit stamp or a free
fruit stamp?
You pay
What
off
is
their
that?
layaway Jordans.
a free
I don't
food
know.
stamp, or you get,
Gas
you
card?
get a free
Hey,
stick of
Jordan's never on
fentanyl.
layaway. The money's
Jordan's-
found for those things.
Give him a crack pipe and a food stamp card.
And
And
I'm not gonna
Jordans.
say black people. I'm gonna say anybody that has Jordan gets Jordans. They will find the money to buy them, no matter what race.
For sure.
Underneath
last
your
season.
chair, you will find one piece of fentanyl.
All right, Darnell. What about you? You think it's gonna fail at the box office? or-
Oh yeah. It's gonna do people. It's gonna do what 40, 50, and be or 60, maybe even 80. Oh, the MCU is back, said by the critics and the studio.
It's the
but it's
best
gonna
one
fucking
since the
bomb.
last one. I can't wait. For that
After the
marketing,
first week, after that first weekend, people are gonna see it's a piece of shit. You got Captain America with no fucking superpower. He cannot. I don't care what kind of vibranium suit that can absorb kinetic energy he has. T'Challa couldn't handle that if he hadn't ingested the flour. You cannot convince me that a powerless man in a suit is going to take a hit from the Red Hulk, who is just about, if not stronger than the Green Hulk. Not
Yep.
going to happen. The movie's dog shit. The movie's dead on arrival. It's dead before it even arrives.
like when the Hulk
Done.
when the Hulk hits him when he has his shield like that, it should look like the scene in The Boys when the speedster dude runs through that chick and just explodes. That's what that should look like.
Splatter on the
Just-
ground. All you see is the suit and
And
shield.
the only thing left is the shield. Yep, that should be it.
It's
All
gonna
right.
it's
That's how
gonna be
that would
dog shit.
happen.
Yeah, dog shit.
Okay, Gray, what about you?
Yeah, it's not on my list for 2025. I'm sure I'll see it at some point, but I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like Venom from this year. I'll get around to it eventually.
Okay. And as you guys know, for me, I want it to be good. That's all I can really say. I don't want to walk into there and just watch a pile of shit. But if I don't bring these girls and have them blow me, I don't know if I can get through it, man. I have to give them something big and black. Definitely not going to be Captain America, So, yeah, hopefully the movie can perform very well. And this is what I'll say as far as the numbers go. Week 2 is the most pivotal one. Because if week 2, if you have a drop-off significant and the word of mouth is bad, it's over. Week 2 is the most pivotal one because movies can open
I don't see it
up
passing
badly.
500. I don't see it passing 500.
Because movies can open not so good but pick up later in weeks, or you start good and then you drop off. I don't know where this movie's going to land at. The word of mouth on it is just the biggest indicator of where it's going to go.
One last thing. I just thought about it. The only thing I would say this movie is if it's going to reshoots again, the rumor reshoots right now, and they massively change this movie to fit in what people want. If they don't do that, this movie's gonna fail.
So thank you guys.
No, that won't fix it because of the problem of the budget. The movie's already got a budget of over $400 million.
It doesn't matter.
Again,
They reshoot this movie and make it where the comic book geeks, what we've been screaming for years, they make it that movie, it'll make $1 billion.
Actually,
or
no.
more.
What I think
They're not going to do that.
if they're smart and they reshoot it to make it what comic fans want, then this movie will become a loss leader that they can then hopefully use to get people back in next time.
All right. So, yeah, good luck to Captain African America. We'll see if you can wow us, So, thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way, you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I'm MSK, aka Master Swag King. Signing out, guys. See you guys later.